I thought you were you're running away, but you're not.
Yeah, just start with that.
Yeah. Start with what? Sorry, what?
Whatever you're talking about, like your views. Just give us your views on whatever.
On what?
Anything.
You have to be something. I have a range of views on a range of topics.
You want to get rid of sibling?
Okay, so I would say let me tell you my position. So I support, and I worked on the Trump campaigns. We demanded a conservative evangelical Christian, and one of those things was to win the Supreme Court decisions. And if you noticed 3 weeks ago in Alabama, the state of Alabama passed anti-abortion laws. 15 states followed suit. So I will revoke the Roe versus Wade decision that says a woman can fuck around and have a baby as birth protection control. I can consider that as immoral and a sin under Christ. I will not have the right for you to use abortion as contraception. I will take that right away from you. And the state of Alabama, God bless it, and the good people of Alabama, good folk, they came in first and 15 states followed. That's a concrete example of me telling you I will repeal your liberal laws. Are you happy?
What about the racism laws?
Well, hang on, one at a time. So are you happy with that repelling of a liberal law?
I'm
revoting the right for women to have abortion. As a Christian.
I can agree with that.
If you did that, I would be very worried about you, my brother.
Because obviously, as you said, it shouldn't be an incentive for people to
It's a sin.
to
If you're Christian,
sin. You understand?
Christian, you must know it's a
Have
sin.
all this premarital sex and whatnot.
No, using abortion as birth control is a sin because life starts, when God gives life, it starts at conception. It's non-negotiable.
And that social scale, you talk about race.
Race, sorry. So
You know, when you talk about that, you talk about the social scale, and you talk about the social scale, like race.
not race. I would do it like any good Muslim would do. I would do it on piety. I don't care. I have black brothers in Christ who are my brothers. Brother Cain is a warrior. A weak white Christian liberal means nothing compared to Cain. Cain is my brother first. He's one Muslim. Yeah? A good Muslim will feel the same way about Islam.
What about a woman that's been raped? Are you going to force her to have a baby?
Yes.
So what?
No, I won't force her. I won't force her. The state of Alabama and 15 states, the United States, did that.
So what do you call it? So how are you going to help her progress from that situation?
Because if you had a disabled child as a Christian, I would not abort the child because he's disabled. Why would I abort a child based on act of rape?
You can't abort a child
No,
anyway.
but obviously, if you're gonna
You're Christian, my brother.
No,
You
no,
can't
of course
accept
not.
that.
No, but
That's
I want to
sin.
ask you.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're saying that you don't want her to be able to abort that child if she's
Right.
being raped.
Because that's not her life. That's not her life to take.
Okay, but by the same
Who does the
token,
life belong to then?
being that an unfortunate situation,
God.
how are you going to help her overcome the trauma of
In a Christian society, we would look after her, protect her, raise the child with her, with a Christian community. In a perfect world, we would bring up the child as a Christian family. My extended corpus Christi, the body of Christ.
So this
all
is
my
where-
Christian brothers and sisters in a perfect world.
So this is where
would
community is important.
raise- Correct. Christian community is core to what I believe in.
I still believe Christians should be at the core, yeah.
Correct. So when a child was born out that way, it is still God's child and needs to be reared. Now, the majority of cases for abortion are not rape or incest. They're women using abortion as contraception. There's no excuse for that. No, I removed that right for
Why
them
should you control a woman's body?
because that's immoral.
No, it's immoral to control another. Do you control your body? If
Yeah.
you go to the doctor and the doctor
Well,
says,
most people say it can't because I'm moving around a lot.
Well, you know, you're a bit of a
If you read the
spastic.
comment
You're a bit
section-
of a spastic.
Read the
I'm glad you
comment
brought that up.
section, you'll find that,
No, if you go to a doctor and the doctor says you need a medical procedure, it's going to endanger your life.
The
Do
only
you
Christian
have to go and
ontological-
consult
the
someone
only
else?
Christian
No. Why should a woman have to consult
Let me answer you.
people like you?
Let me answer. Because the only Christian ontological position where we accept that is in the life of the mother is in danger. There's not a Christian scripture that we can support that.
And where does
So
Je-
our moral
where does
case
Jesus
is
talk
clear.
about abortion?
No, one at a time. So the moral case for Christianity is if the mother's life is threatened with the baby's, then the abortion is legitimate, as accepted by the Vatican and all churches. If it isn't, then it is
Vatican, are they
correct.
Christian?
No. Well, here comes the trolling. So we're having a good conversation.
No, he's just he's expressing
No,
himself.
but you don't know him. He's going to start trolling non-stop.
No, don't worry, it's all good, it's all good.
It doesn't worry me at all. It just bores me.
No, that's all
sometimes.
good. You don't focus on that. You focus on
On the question,
on
right.
what
So on
you
the
wanna get
position,
out.
to the illiberal position on, as backed not just by me, by God bless the state of Alabama, Missouri, and 15 states, two Supreme
Hasn't
Court
gone through
decisions.
the Supreme Court.
So they've
And
so
choose to be on the
they've
Supreme
got rid
Court.
of abortion.
Beyond the Supreme Court. And so the liberal position would be no, as Christians we cannot stand by abortion. Brother, you should know this is a sin.
Of course. But so you're saying that they've got rid of it altogether?
15 states, and we think we'll get 30 states in the next 2 years. And if Trump gets it for 6 years, maybe 35 states.
So you would force your wife to have an abortion?
I would not force a woman to have an abortion. It's a sin.
It's a sin.
Yes. Thou shalt not kill.
But what if she was raped by a Muslim?
Why would you pick a Muslim? That's quite a strange thing.
I'm trying to sort of
Why would you pick a Muslim?
No, tell him.
What if she was? Well, he has such antithetical views of Muslims.
What if you were raped by a Muslim?
What if she was raped by a Muslim? Would you be happy?
Worse to be
What if
raped by
you
a
were raped
Muslim
by a
than by a
Muslim?
rapist.
How would you feel? I mean, he's bringing the shit
Would
up,
you
man.
give a damn if it
What
was
if she
somebody else
raped
other than
by
a
Muslim?
Christian
Answer the question.
who?
I wouldn't care about the raper. I would care about the soul or the life of the child.
No, I'm saying.
my
No, I'm
concern.
saying if a Muslim was involved, would you still care? as
Why are
much?
you bringing Muslims and raping? I
No,
find that
because
really
I'm
defensive to
rebutting
Muslims.
his point. I'm
If I was
rebutting
a
his point.
Muslim, I'd be very offended by that remark.
No, because I want to see where your heart is at.
I don't care about the person doing the rape. I care about the unborn child.
No, I'm saying, would you care as much if it was a non-Christian that was
No,
involved?
you're misunderstanding. I'm trying the third time to answer the same question. Listen to my answer. I care first about the child, not who did the rape.
Okay, so is it right to
Second
say?
about the woman, and then this
No, but
rapist.
I'm saying. So you show no partiality to anybody.
Fetus has a soul.
It's a sin to kill a God's child.
No, but I'm saying you're not
It's
showing
not a
any.
child, sir,
Are
it's
you
a
showing
fetus.
partiality regardless
Child is
of
what you get.
I'm not
who-
thinking
It's
of
only
the
a pizza
woman
when it
or
comes
the
out of the oven.
rapist. I'm thinking of the child.
I'm saying
Only
keep
a
on
pizza
saying.
when it comes out of the oven.
it's one rule for everybody, not just because you're Christian or whatever.
No, I find it offensive that you bring Muslims into raping
Bruv,
this
it's a
woman.
simple question. It's a simple
only a
question.
pizza
But
when
what
it
do
comes
you
out of the
understand the
oven.
answer?
It's a simple question because I want to see where your heart is at.
Yeah, I care
If
about
you
the
care
child first. The
for-
only
for
Christian
everybody
position.
as much as you care for
The
Christians.
only
You don't care
Christian
about the mother, you
position.
care about the child.
The only Christian position is that if the
According
wife,
to you,
if the
but
life
you're
of the
not a
mother is
Christian.
in danger, then
if
the
the
Christian
woman
position is
that got raped, if the woman that got raped, God forbid, was to say, let's say a Muslim, would you care
Why
as
do you
much?
keep bringing up Muslims? I find it quite
Because you
disturbing.
can't answer the question.
Answer
you
the
you're so
question.
No, but what is your question? You keep bringing Muslims into rape. I just
guy,
find it
man.
No, answer. What's your question?
What if your
You're
wife
saying,
was raped by a Muslim?
but you don't understand the abortion. Do you understand the abortion issue?
Mate,
in
it's a simple
Christianity?
question.
Yeah. what
Would
is
you
it?
care as much?
Care about who? The baby?
No, the woman.
No, you don't. Let me try to
you don't
answer for
care
the
about
third
the
time. Let me answer for the third time. You don't understand the simple answer. I care in order because I'm a Christian about the baby first. This is supported
Why
by
the
the
baby
church.
first?
Then the mother.
Where does the baby
and
first
then
come
that
from?
is the care
And I'm
protection.
making sure that
and
you
the
care.
half
Why
of
the
the
baby
rapist.
first? Why
I don't
the
care if
baby
a
first?
Muslim raped him or if
Why
he
the
was
baby
capable of rape.
first?
I don't care if he was
Your
capable of
parents
rape.
should have-
The punishment for him would be the same. I don't care if it's a Muslim rapist,
I'm-
a black rapist, a white rapist.
Do you
I
believe
care.
in
He
treating
hasn't
everybody
answered the
fairly?
question. Why the baby
Do you believe in
first?
treating everybody equally?
Uh,
Regardless of what.
No, under Christian scripture I do, but there's a differentiation with Christians and non-Christians, right? You
Why?
understand that?
Since
from
when?
Scripture.
Since when?
Since the start of Christian epistemology.
In what verses?
No, not about what verses, and about how you interpret Christian
No,
scripture.
my Christianity teaches me
Yes, love thy
to
neighbor
treat-
as thyself.
to
yeah.
love
Yes,
anybody
equally, yeah.
and everybody.
I love everyone
because
the
if
same
Christ
way.
can come and put his life and dignity on the line
Yes. He died
for
us,
for the whole world,
Yes.
who am I to say that because I have a constraint against such and such people, I'm going to withhold any might of love? Who am I?
No, but I didn't say that. You're creating a straw man there.
No,
you're
no.
making an argument
You
defending
said
against
that I
yourself.
asked you if you can treat everybody equally,
Yes.
and you said that
Yes,
we,
but I
we have to cut certain people off. There's one rule for Christians and there's one rule for non.
Depends on where you sit in the Christian spectrum. If you're a liberal Christian, for example, you would actually look at
What's a
that and
liberal
say-
Christian?
But the question is, how do you treat non-Christians?
What's a liberal Christian?
How do you?
What's a liberal Christian?
You asked me 3 times. You're not listening to the answer.
Sir,
when you
what's a
ask a
liberal
question,
Christian?
you need to pause and wait
Why
for
the
an
baby
answer.
Listen,
first,
you have to tell me
genius?
what's a liberal Christian.
When you stop talking, I'll
Genius
answer.
over here.
So-
Why the baby first?
So what you do is, if you consider Christian,
Ask him the question, why the baby
epistemology,
first?
There's 2 ways to look at
Hello?
non-Christian.
Why the baby first?
No. So if you look at the non-liberal Christian position, it's how do Christians see non-Christians? Right? And now, if you're a fundamental liberal Christian, you say, I take the second commandment off 22nd, 22. I say, okay, I love everyone as my neighbor, as myself. It's the second
Yeah.
most important commandment of all. But what do you do about non-Christians?
principle
Do
behind
you use the
the baby
same
first?
value of treatment
Why
of
do you
Christians?
value
You might need to speak
So let me
up.
ask you a question. Would you invite a non-Christian?
Talk louder, talk louder.
Would you invite a Everyone's blabbing one at a time.
No, one
You have-
question.
No, but you
What's
keep
the
talking
principle-
questions.
What's the
My
theological
question to you.
principle?
My,
What's
no.
the theological
Here's last
principle
chance.
behind baby first? What's the theological principle, Mr. Christian? What is it?
If you don't answer my questions, I'm not entertaining
Answer
anymore.
it.
No, I'm not. Why should I answer it?
You don't know the answer.
Why
You're
should I
not a
answer it?
Christian.
Why should I
You
answer
don't
it?
know the
Okay.
answer.
So he's boring.
You don't know the
So-
answer.
so
you
back
don't
to you.
know the answer.
Finished?
You're a fake Christian.
Okay, run along. So now,
Bugger off. Jesus never said bugger off, did he?
so the question is, you look at the Christian ontology of writing. You look at the Christian ontology of writing,
Christian, tell
and the
me.
question is, how do you look at?
Oh, wait.
He
Sir,
just does this all the
yeah,
time.
we're
Let me just say, he's
Why?
lonely.
What's
He's
the-
very
what's the
lonely.
theological
Nobody
principle?
loves
Just
him.
answer his question.
Nobody
Ad
loves
hominem
him.
attack.
He wanders
Ralph.
around the park. Nobody loves
What's
him.
the theological principle
I won't
behind
answer your
baby
questions.
first,
Why should I answer
Mr.
your
Christian?
question? I won't answer you. Run along.
Ralph,
now.
just tell him.
You don't know because you're
Just
not a
answer his question.
You're not
Christian.
listening.
You don't
You're
know.
not listening.
Answer him,
You're
man.
not
You don't know
listening.
because you're not a Christian.
No, because you're boring.
you don't
Just answer his
know
question.
No, because you're
Christian
boring and a
theology.
lonely old
You
man.
know why
So
they
run
missed the
along
baby
as a
first.
lonely, boring old man. We've heard
Just
you.
answer his question.
So I know I want to talk
Sorry,
to you.
sir,
You
please.
tell me to answer his question. Fuck you. No. So now what I'm saying to you simply is, if you want to understand the Christian doctrine, there's two Christian epistemology straight. You can trace it from St. Augustine till today. Is how do you view the non-Christian? Do you understand this
Yeah,
epistemology from St.
How do you
Augustine?
view the non-Christian?
Correct. No, I'm telling you the two positions held in the church. Held in the church from St. Augustine down. One is you look at Christians that everyone should be treated the same as in our second most important commandment of love them to each other. And the other one is how do you treat that process of bringing people to Christ? So look at just Cain today, look at everyone else. Look at Bob in front of Muslims, right? Do you think Bob is saying these Muslims who will never come to Christ are the same as those that come to
Speak up
Christ?
a bit, they can't
No, no, but what I'm saying is I don't care about them, I care about you. Right? They're irrelevant to me.
No, because they're meant to be edified.
Yeah, yeah. So my point is, if you look at someone and you say this person is never coming to Christ, and this soul, if you're a Christian, you're a true Christian, you know what I mean. This soul can be saved.
Yeah.
Do you treat a soul that can be saved the same as one that can't be saved? I don't know how well you understand Christian
Of
philosophy.
course, you treat
Do
treat
you?
them.
Okay, then that makes you by definition a Christian liberal.
No,
I'm not a Christian liberal.
whatever a Christian liberal is.
You are.
Look,
But I'm
just a
testing
Christian.
if you understand.
It's, for me, it's just called being a Christian.
No, but there's no that's misunderstanding Christianity. Just like saying
Nah.
1.2 billion
Because when you
Muslims
start
are all
putting
the
stuff
same.
in there like that, then you start putting
Correct.
all these steps and
No, it's
on the
understanding
ladder,
Christianity.
and then you start
Okay,
seeing.
let me make it easy for you.
"Ooh, I'm better
Let me
than
make
you,
it easy
I'm
for
better
you.
than these
There are
people."
probably some
No.
Muslims here. Do you think an ISIS Muslim is the same as a normal Muslim?
Come on, man.
No, I'm asking a genuine question.
I-
Do you believe that? Forget Christianity for a second, because I don't know how much you understand Christianity. But let's take Islam. Would you say the guys doing ISIS stuff are the same as a Muslim over here? Would you say the Muslims are the same? 1.4 billion Muslims are the same? Would you say 1.4 billion Muslims are the same? Most Muslim friends of mine would say they would disassociate from ISIS and Wahhabis. They would say they are not the same Muslims. You're trying to say that all Christians are monolithically the same, and I'm telling you, you don't understand the history of Christianity. No, they are not.
In what
How
regard?
we
In
deal,
what regard?
how we deal with non-Christians is different, right? Have you converted many people to Christ?
I would say I've helped a few.
Okay, so when you meet someone, for example, and you think, if I took you to a friends of mine who are jihadi types, because I've known them for a long time, you will never and I will never convert them. No, they're jihadi types. You will never convert them to Christ. And I can respect their hardline position because I like right-wing Muslims, really hardcore ones. I don't like the pussy Muslims as much. And they will not change their positions because they believe in the Quran and they believe their position is Allah's word. Now that person now you and I as a Christian will look at this person and see a human soul. But that human soul is not coming to Christ. Right? Now I'm respecting that person as an extreme Wahhabi, and I'm respecting his decision to stand his ground as an extreme Wahhabi. Now, on the other hand, they might be a lost lamb, if you understand the metaphor in Christian thought. They could be a lost lamb that you could shepherd home, right?
Yes.
Now, are you telling me Christians who think that two people are the same are one monolithic bunch of Christians? Because I can take you to my evangelical Christian friends in the US. They will not agree with you. They will not
tell me the
look at that,
fundamentals
and
of
they
what
are
you're saying then.
fundamentally more Christian in many ways, I would posit, than you.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying.
There's no
if
equality
you're
in that.
the true Christian that you're saying you are,
But I don't know what you mean by true Christian.
yes, you have
There's
to be
only
a true
one
Christian.
condition. What is the condition
You
of
have to be a
Christian?
true Christian.
What
You
is
have
it?
to
What is the?
fully-
Let me test your Christianity, my brother. What is the single condition that makes you a Christian?
It's not. You have to
No,
follow
I'm
Christ
asking you
to
a
the
simple.
letter.
You keep dissing me in a sense. I'm asking.
not dissing you.
Okay,
I'm
I'm asking you a
saying
simple
you have to
question.
follow Christ
You
to the
keep
letter.
claiming, "Am I a Christ?" No. No, deeper than that.
Where's the love in
Deeper than that.
in what you're spewing?
What is the core belief?
Where's
that
the love in what you're spewing?
That's not my question.
Never mind me. I'm saying.
No,
I'm saying.
You finish my question.
I'm saying.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'd like you to answer.
I'm
I'd
going to
like you
treat
to answer my
everybody
question.
with love.
That is your
I
thing
was-
of
I
being.
was- I was
Is
told
that
to
your
treat
belief of being a
everybody
Christian?
With love.
Is that what makes you a Christian?
Why wouldn't I?
No, I'm asking you to define what makes you the first thing that makes you a Christian.
Obviously-
I want to test if you're a Christian like I'm a Christian.
Accepting Jesus as
what?
my Lord and Savior.
That is not a Christian.
How is that not Christian?
No.
So
the
what's
fundamental Christian epistemology?
This guy's talking
fundamental
nonsense,
Christian epistemology is derived from a single fact. You
Right.
must believe that Christ was resurrected.
Of course.
Right. Now you didn't say that first.
Yes.
Now that tells
No,
me.
no, comment. No,
my
don't
brother.
run.
You are my
No,
brother.
don't
You're my
run.
brother.
Don't run.
I'm not running. I just like to move
I-
around a bit. I'm like that.
If I believe in his
Yeah.
power and supremacy,
Yes.
all of that I believe in.
I know you did.
Whether it comes first or last or whatever, it's still there.
But the core Christian belief.
Those are at the core.
But the
his
core
resurrection
Christian- let me help you. The
and,
core
and,
of the belief is
and
the
his
resurrection.
and his
It
birth.
must be that he rose.
Did I tell you that I didn't believe in them?
No, I'm not saying you don't. I'm not accusing you don't. I'm just trying to understand how you view your own faith. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not here to attack you.
How else would
I
I
would
view
not
it?
counter signal a Christian. You're my brother in
But
Christ.
how else would I view?
I'm telling you, if you start with the epistemology of Christian faith, you must believe that Jesus rose.
Of
if you
course I
give up
believe Jesus
Jesus
rose.
rose, the entire faith crumbles.
Is it not because of his resurrection power that we're here today? Is it not because of his
Everything is
resurrection
derived.
power
Everything is derived from that single.
that we
Christ
all
rose.
have a chance?
On the third day, he rose.
Okay, and did I tell you that I didn't believe in that?
I'm not. Please don't disrespect. I'm not claiming you said you did it. I'm not trying to do that.
But you inferred that I did.
Well, because you kept coming saying words with language. If you replay it, I'm
No,
going to
no,
test if you're a
Ralph,
Christian.
I'm not
I'm going to
attacking.
check if you're a true Christian. No, hear
I'm
me
not
out.
attacking the
I'm just
evangelical
replaying the
Christian
conversation
position.
because I can.
I'm trying to get through to you.
I know.
And what's in there?
Yeah, it's
Because
love.
what's in there is
Love.
dark.
Love.
You ain't got no love in you, man.
How do you know that?
Because the things you say all the time.
Yes, but that's
the
your
way you
lack of understanding.
Nah, come on, man.
It's a lack of understanding you have. How many times do you have, I'm an Indian hobbit.
Ralph,
I
Ralph.
even like the blue crazy
This is what we
fucker.
call, this is what
Right,
we
I
call
mean,
you,
you know.
Ralph. You know.
But why do you think that? That's your delusion of ego.
Ralph,
Because
you-
as a Christian, you should not think that.
No,
thought.
but that's what I'm saying. By your fruits, we should know you. By the things
Yes.
you. Look,
But right
it's
now
not
you're
just me.
violating Christian scripture.
It's not just
with that.
me. It's not just me.
But you are.
It's not just me.
Yes.
We
Why would you
all
appeal
feel
to
that
the
way.
crowd?
You go to this place, they tell you,
Yes.
send them
And
away.
when I
You
sit
go
in
there.
when I
they
sit in a village in Africa feeding a child, do they think the same way as you do? And all you people here, have you sat in Africa?
So
in a
you're,
village?
you're the only one that goes around.
I'm not saying I'm the only one. What I'm saying is, what gives you this authority to judge? As a Christian, you should not.
It's
do
not
that.
about judging. It's about
But
what
you're
you've
just
shown
judging me
people.
right now.
It's axiomatic. You've shown everybody where your heart is at.
You're using words I don't believe you understand.
It's clear. It's axiomatic. It's clear. Everyone can see where your heart is at.
Who everyone is what my heart is. I mean, you seem to
Everybody
be
that
speaking,
knows
you're
you,
using
everybody-
what in logical philosophy is
everybody
called the
that
appeal
knows
to
who
authority
Ralph
or the appeal to the crowd.
Master Milani is.
Yeah.
That I've seen you wherever.
Yeah.
We know where your heart is at. Unless you're a super troll.
But this is just your, no disrespect, because I will not counter signal, unlike you, I will not counter signal a Christian brother. I can't do that in my faith.
Look, if you
But
believe
are
you're
misguided.
Christian, if you believe you're Christian,
You asking me if
That's
I
up to
believe,
you.
I asked you what a Christian belief was, you could not answer that. How dare you call me a
How-
Christian?
how could I not
I would
believe-
argue you're not a real Christian.
Ralph.
I would argue you're not a real Christian, you're learning to become a Christian. And you're telling me I'm not a real Christian when you could not answer the core root of our faith?
how
How dare you say
how
that?
dare you?
Yeah, because you're not a real Christian.
How
You're
dare you?
learning.
How
You're
dare
learning,
you?
brother.
How dare you?
You're
How dare
learning.
you?
Yeah, you're learning to
How
be a
dare
Christian,
you?
right?
No, but you know,
I think you should learn. You should learn to practice that love you feel.
No, but-
You should learn to practice it a
No,
bit
but if
better.
we're saying
recite the
no,
creed.
no,
Yeah, a little bit better, right?
what the Apostles' Creed.
How do you recite the creed?
Yeah.
I can't remember what. But
I don't mean you
no,
any
no,
harm.
but
in that.
obviously